How far can I control my mind?
Blake Cousins here at Third Phase of the Moon, going over some footage. It's been around on the internet for quite some time now, but it's news to me. I've never seen these images before from NASA, Hubble. We have the links below. We're going to be going over these photographs, enhancing, sharpening the image, seeing what this is all about. It's interesting to me. That's why we brought in Dr. J. Andy Elias as well to get his opinion for the first time. I don't think Dr. J has seen these photographs before. Dr. J, hey, thanks for joining us right here in Third Phase.
Oh, always. Thank you for having me.
All right, hey, Dr. J, before we get to these photographs, have you seen any kind of like starcraft next to the Hubble through any imagery on the internet so far?
Every time you upload it onto Third Phase of Moon on YouTube, NASA shuts it down for 2 to 3 days before they bring it back. So obviously that's something very anomalous.
You know, what's amazing about these pictures, and sometimes how NASA scuttles photographs, is these photographs are still up, and the links are below for everybody to see. I suggest they take a look at them now before they do scuttle them and share this. Dr. J, I want you to start looking at these photographs. I think what we're looking at is some really clear footage of extraterrestrial craft, metallic shape. You ready? Let's do it. Dr. J,
yes.
Give me your opinion as you witness this first image from NASA.
The first image I see is, of course, this giant cylinder. I don't know if it's a satellite with the solar panels, but what I see behind it is the same blue, weird-shaped craft, along with metallic, balls and what look to be sort of discs. I don't know what you want to call them, but again, it's very reminiscent of what we saw with the International Space Station. Blows my mind.
All right, now, it is quite amazing. Before we get to the second picture, is this craft has this metallic kind of saucer shape formation, and you can see almost portals within the craft itself. Some people say maybe it's a reflection from within the astronaut's lens that's capturing this. But that's something that we got to let the people decide. To me, it seems like it's actually out there, cloaked in its own way, looking upon the Hubble. Now, let's get to the second photograph. Let's play right now, John. Go ahead. Take a look at this. Right to the left of it, something straight out of the movie Aliens.
Exactly, and this is what I love the most. This is clearly a cylinder-shaped craft of anomalous, clearly very large in size, and it seems to have little sections with the top being a cone, similar to our rocket, but you've never seen a color of a rocket in this array. This is very, very weird, and again, NASA footage. How can you deny it?
What's interesting is it's right up there in front of your face. NASA, again, is sharing this, and they really don't have a response on it. And it almost looks as though the craft is behind the Hubble itself, giving some kind of perspective on how large this craft is. And again, more portals and weird things that are warped around this craft. What is it? We're not exactly sure. Again, we're putting it out there for the people to take a look at. Now let's get to this third photograph that just blows me away. It's something straight out of, it's a Star Trek Enterprise visiting the Hubble. John, take a look at this third photograph. Go ahead.
This one is really crazy. Just like you said, it does look like the Starship Enterprise, and you see other things there too. I don't know if they're smaller craft. I don't know if they're smaller ET drones that are unmanned. But whatever it is, it looks like there's one large ship in the shape of what is familiar to us for those of people who watch Star Trek, in addition to other anomalies that are around it. Again, why are they monitoring our Hubble telescope?
Well, something that could look back in time, basically like a time machine. I'm sure the aliens have their, the eyes on it, which they have their eyes on pretty much everything, I would imagine. Again, here's this next photograph, and again, Star Wars is coming out, and this is the real Star Wars, people. Everybody wake up. Is this a Millennium Falcon approaching the Hubble? Obviously not, but something massive, something interesting. I'm not exactly sure. Jay, your opinion on this image?
I'm glad you made the Star Wars connection, because two things. First of all, people know about this very famous case where in the Baltic Sea they found what looked like two craft or two anomalies that were buried on the bottom of the ocean in the shape almost just like what's in Star Trek or Star Wars. Now this too looks very similar. So if you see it on the bottom of the ocean, which is dated thousands of years, now you see it currently in the sky, in space, behind the Hubble telescope. What is it doing? That's what blows my mind.
Absolutely, exactly right, Dr. J. Also, the way the craft blends with space itself, again, it's NASA in your face, the real deal, people. Now, this next image, I'm thinking the craft starts to, it takes off, and we're going to zoom in on it, and it has these kind of vapor trails of kind of a translucent green light. Dr. J, this is in-your-face evidence that NASA's putting out to the world.
Exactly. I'm wondering if they're trying to tell us something or subtly show us something. And remember, not too long ago, NASA said that within 20 years, we will have found extraterrestrial life. Now, our good friend, correspondent, and former co-host, Third Phase of Moon Radio with me, was Preston Dennett. What he interpreted that NASA saying we will find extraterrestrial life in 20 years is that they will tell us in 20 years that what they've known. And just like you said, this looks like either it's a vapor trail of something that just took off, or looking at it a different way, it could be three to four small ships. But if it's taken right after the large blue one, then clearly it's the propulsion or something like that.
In my opinion, this is some kind of propulsion, a plasma quantum jump of some sort that we're witnessing right now. Dr. J, so in capping of what you've just seen within the last few minutes, any words?
These photos really blew me away because they are all NASA. Again, this is NASA photographs. How can you deny them?
Absolutely. That's, I think, the whole story right here that we've just went over. I know this has been around for a little bit, but maybe people out there around the world haven't seen these new enhanced images right here that we've just put up on Third Phase of Moon. Dr. J, hey, thanks for joining us. Your opinion on this story that we've just come across right here at Third Phase.
I really think we're getting that much closer to disclosure, and whether this is NASA purposely leaking this or they're just being sloppy, I don't know. But for ufology, this is good.
Absolutely, Dr. J. One last question. How do people get in contact with Dr. J? And I know you got a radio show happening right now. You speak to a lot of top ufologists around the world, and you share right here at Third Phase of Moon. Go ahead.
Absolutely, and everybody out there watching this can see some more of the interviews that will appear on Third Phase of Moon, as well as my channel, which is Dr. J Radio Live, and the website where you could see upcoming guests is drjradiolive.com, drjradiolive.com.
Thank you, Dr. J, and appreciate it. Share this footage, man. You got the footage. Go ahead, share it, man. The enhanced footage, you got it. Dr. J, appreciate it.
Anytime.
That's it, everybody. We're going to be putting this out there right now to the world. Leave your comments below. Look at the original links. They're there. Blake Cousins, keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone. We'll see you next time.